You know what? Not bad. Not bad at all. You'll take it, guys. The Raptors, they put up a very respectable effort in Minnesota on the second of a back-to-back. I honestly thought this was going to be a huge blow win for the Timberwolves, but the Raptors, they put up a fight, made things interesting there at the end, and really, they did not give up. They made this a game as they did lose by 11, but it certainly felt a lot closer than an 11-point defeat, especially in the final moments of this one. We're going to talk about it. Do me a solid, everybody. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Raptors post-game videos just like this. So the Raptors, they had no business winning this game. Let's call it for what it is. Going to Minnesota, taking on a Minnesota Timberwolves team that was playing in their home opener. Minnesota, we know how talented they are. They got championship aspirations. Meanwhile, the Raptors coming into this game, second of a back-to-back, without RJ, without Emmanuel Quickly, no Bruce Brown, no Jacoby Walter, no Kelly Olynyk, just shorthanded as you could be. It did get bad at times, especially in the opening quarter. You thought, oh, here we go. Minnesota's going to blow the brakes off the Toronto Raptors. But then the Raptors, they responded in that second quarter, third quarter. Really, it was that first quarter that was the difference, because the second quarter, the Raptors won. Minnesota won the third quarter by 5, and the Raptors won the fourth quarter. So if the Raptors don't get off to that poor of a start and they put up more of a fight in that first frame, they win this game. And really, I'll boil it down to this, guys. If the Raptors limit their turnovers killed them. They had 20 turnovers in this game, conceded 27 points off turnovers. And Scotty Barnes is more aggressive in the early going. We saw Scotty Barnes come alive a little bit there in the fourth quarter. He got it going. If that was the same Scotty Barnes we got for the entirety of this game, the Raptors win this game. It was that close. And really, you look at the Raptors, they got amazing production from Agbaji and Dick. We'll get to those two in just a minute here. But Scotty Barnes, overall, he did have a nice game, but the turnovers way too high, 6 turnovers. And you just want to see assertive, aggressive Barnes. He shot his only 2 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter. This is a guy that had 13 attempts against the 76ers. So that's the thing with Barnes. When you're going up against these high quality teams, you need Barnes to look like your best player. You need Barnes to look like your lead guy and not a role player. And early on, he looked more like a role player when Gradey Dick was stepping up to the plate and putting on an offensive clinic. You need Barnes to be that guy throughout. So Scotty Barnes, it looks good in this it looks good on the stat sheet. He still fills it up: 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal. But turnovers, got to do a better job at taking care of the basketball, because he had 6 of the Raptors' 20 turnovers. That's big. And also, we need Barnes to be more aggressive. Scotty Barnes has to set the tone early. And if he came out of the gate with the scorer's mentality, looking to get his offense, looking to push the issue, looking to get to the free throw line like he did in the game against the 76ers, this game is a 1-possession, 2-possession game in the final moments of this game. So you look at the Raptors, they're going to need Scotty to really get into a rhythm and really find his groove. He did shoot a 9-19 from the field, just 1 of 4 from 3. But even if his shot isn't falling, he can still do enough to get to the foul line, because he's shown this out already against the Philadelphia 76ers. So that's what I want to say about Scotty Barnes. Now let's get to Gradey Dick. Gradey Dick, the sophomore leap is upon us. Best game of the season, best game of his career high 25 points, 9 of 16 from the field. He had a beautiful jump shot over Rudy Gobert, couple of nice finishes, proving that he's more than just a shooter. The footwork has been great. Gradey Dick canning 4 3-pointers. You see it in Gradey. He is a rising young star on this team. The talent is there. And when he puts it together on nights like tonight, he really looks good. The thing with Dick is consistency. We can't see him put up 25 and then he disappears in the next game. He's got to put forth a consistent body of work. But when Gradey Dick is on, he's on. And I love the fact that he showed us a little bit of everything. Not just being able to hit the 3, but put the ball on the deck. Had a nice little J there on Gobert. You're talking about one of the best defenders in the NBA. Gradey Dick, he did a good job at scoring the basketball, and he came to play. The Raptors needed Gradey Dick to be on his game with all of their players out in this one. And Gradey Dick, he picked up the slack. So you got to give a ton of credit to Gradey. And then Agbaji. Look, he's proving me wrong. I owe Agbaji an apology. I wrote this guy off after the Summer League. I'll admit it. But Agbaji has came to play in this regular season. I hope he doesn't lose this confidence when he gets back to the bench once RJ comes back. But you look at Agbaji, guys, he is much more confident. He is shooting the ball much better. And in his last 2 games, putting forth positive outings. Agbaji, 19 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. This was his best game. And he just looks like a completely different player. The way he just, was shooting the basketball, one sequence in particular, just got it, didn't think about it, shot it, it went in. It was a pass from Barnes. That's what you need from Agbaji. This is a guy who you're hoping can turn into a 3-and-D type player. Remember, coming out of college, he was supposed to shoot the ball well, hasn't found himself. This is an opportunity for him to really thrive, rebuild situation with the Raptors. He's got to figure it out here. And so far, so good. It's been a nice season for Agbaji. The last 2 in particular on back-to-back nights, showing you a lot. And the fact that he's hitting that jumper with consistency, that is just a great thing to see. And, his continued development is just a positive story for this Raptors team in the early going years. So Agbaji and Dick really picked up the slack. Those 2 players giving the Raptors a chance. Barnes, as I said, finished with 20. He did pick it up in the fourth quarter. But then outside of that, Raptors didn't have too much. Davion Mitchell struggled. Pirtle was just 4 and 9. Battle did have 9 points, but he did struggle from 3, just 1 of 4. And then you look at Boucher, he only had 4. And then the rookies, Shed and Mobile, they only combined for 7 points. Mobile, though, he did have a tremendous one-on-one defensive sequence against Anthony Edwards. I posted it on my X account. Go check it out, at Luke Rosandall 3. That was just phenomenal. You're talking about Anthony Edwards, one of the best players in the game. Mobile locked them up on that one possession. So that was a highlight for Mobile following his very nice outing against the Philadelphia 76ers. So overall, guys, the Raptors, they were underdogs. I think it was like 13.5, 14. No business winning this game. They're able to shoot 45% from the field. 3-point percentage could have been higher. Only shot at 34%. But yeah, turnovers was the key. I mean, the fact that they were just turning the ball over a ton. You can see 27 points off turnovers. It's going to be tough to win those games. They actually did a good job points in the paint compared to the Cavaliers matchup. They had 56 points in the paint to the Timberwolves 48, and the T-Wolves led by as many as 22. And it did look like this thing was going to get out of hand. But the Raptors, they did a good job of keeping this thing relatively close. And at one point there, late in the fourth quarter, you thought they can maybe make a run and get this thing and maybe get this within a possession or 2. But Minnesota, we know they're a good team, and this was going to be an awfully tough game to win. Julius Randle, he looks comfortable with this team. He had 24 points. And then you look at Anthony Edwards, 24 points. And then the bench for Minnesota, that was the difference for them. 26 points between DiVincenzo and Reed. DiVincenzo had his best game in a Timberwolves uniform. So, yeah, that was all she wrote for the Raptors. But hopefully the Raptors could get some guys back, because I'm telling you, if the Raptors can get healthier, this is going to be a tough out. This is not going to be a team that we saw last season that's just going to lay over and let the other team blow them out by 30, 40 points. This is going to be a competitive Raptors team, and we're seeing it. You look at the things that you've seen from the players who have been playing these games. Once you implement the guys who have been out, you can see that this is going to be a tough Raptors team. This is going to be a team that is going to be in these games playing hard against top-tier competition. And we'll see if the Raptors can get some guys back Monday. They're going to go up against a very hungry, desperate Nuggets team that is all of a sudden 0-2 to begin their season. So I think that's going to be a very interesting game to see how the Raptors stack up against the Nuggets, who have not looked good to begin the season. But we'll see what pieces the Raptors get back. Hopefully they can get some guys back soon. But guys, let me know your thoughts about this game. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. That's it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.